So we're nearing the very end of Lent here. This is Palm Sunday weekend, and with it we begin the holiest week of the year. But it's also spring, and we decided we'd take this outdoors because it's such a beautiful spring day today. So on Palm Sunday, of course, we celebrate that moment when Jesus enters into Jerusalem. He comes on a donkey, and people acclaim him, and they have palms, and we commemorate that with palms in church. And that really begins for us the holiest week of the year for us. And then we lead into the Triduum, those 3 days of commemorating the Last Supper, and then, of course, the crucifixion and death of Jesus, and then leading, of course, to his resurrection. It's a really beautiful time and an opportunity to really engage the story and really kind of the drama of what takes place over those days. Holy Thursday is a beautiful liturgy for us. Of course, we do our commemoration of the Last Supper, and within the Mass itself, we reenact that moment when Jesus washed the feet of his disciples, and the priest will wash the feet of people who have been chosen from the parish to represent the disciples. Although most of the time I think those people have already washed their feet, so it's not too bad for me. But it's this powerful moment when Jesus washes the feet of the disciples. I've preached on this many times. And when he's finished washing their feet, he says to them, "Do you know why I've done this to you?" He said, "If I, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet." And so we get this idea of the depth of the love that we are to have for one another, that we, in a metaphorical sense, we're supposed to be willing to wash each other's feet. On Friday, of course, we have our Good Friday service, and we reread the Passion story, this dramatic story of Jesus being arrested and being charged and crucified, and how he has to carry his own cross. And at the very moment when he dies, during the reading of the Passion, we all kneel as a sign of reverence for his death. One of the most beautiful and poignant moments for me in that liturgy is when we venerate the cross. And I always find it so moving to watch all the people come forward and to touch the cross or to kiss the cross. It's a beautiful expression of faith and appreciation. And oftentimes I see people with tears in their eyes as they come forward to reverence the cross. It's a beautiful moment. Then we lead in on Saturday evening. Of course, we have the Easter Vigil, where we commemorate that the very beginning of Easter when Jesus rose from the dead. Also, this year we have people coming into the church. A beautiful moment for them and for the parish. And then Easter Sunday is the high feast, the highest feast that we have throughout the whole year, because we commemorate and celebrate the feast when Jesus rose from the dead. And at the very heart of the whole celebration of the Triduum of Easter is a celebration of God's love. The love that he has, that he would be willing. The Father sent the Son into the world to redeem us. Jesus would be willing to go, to suffer, to be crucified and die, but ultimately to rise from the dead, conquering death, so that we might have salvation. It's a beautiful moment. So let me encourage you to really make time for these liturgical pieces. The Church sees from Holy Thursday to Easter Vigil one long liturgy, and so there's no really final blessing on Thursday and Friday. It's just a pause until the next part of the liturgy. One last thing I would suggest is, of course, families will gather together on Easter Sunday to celebrate a meal. It's a wonderful tradition, one that I've been doing for many years, to take time during the meal to go around the table and have everyone give some expression of what they're thankful for. So in anticipation, I wish you a blessed Holy Week and a very happy Easter.